Today I'll be showing you how to make custom prints in Mecabricks. So as you can see, I have my Han Solo minifigure loaded up just like the first tutorial, kind of a throwback a little bit, but today I'll be building the classic Han Solo, as you can see right here, although the only thing that I changed is of course the hairpiece. I wanted to use the modern hairpiece with the classic minifigure, but sadly the torso print for this classic Han Solo, this torso print right here, is not in Mecabricks, so I'm going to have to make it today, and I'm going to show you all how to make custom prints. So if we go and select the torso piece right here, we can see it is number 3814. So what we're going to go ahead and want to do is we'll want to open a separate tab for Mecabricks and go up to this part section right here. From there you'll want to select this little brick right here and then click custom. From there you can click plus, and as you can see right here it says configuration. So the configuration is the reference number right here. So 3814, maybe D, I don't know, but I think 3814 is just the normal Lego torso number, and I think it will show up. There we go. So here we have our torso right here. We can see the material color if we want to choose that. I believe the material color we want is just a regular black, so I'll go ahead and just select black. But then you'll want to do decorated, and then this is where the tricky part comes in. From here you'll want to download the UV layout texture setup so you can see the torso print, and we are going to make our own custom torso print. So go ahead and download that, and then we will draw out our torso. Alright, so now that we have our drawing software of choice in here, you can choose whatever drawing software you want. Personally I use Krita, K-R-I-T-A. Kind of a random name, but I'd also recommend Fire Alpaca or whatever you really want to use. But the first thing you'll want to have is the color palette for Lego. You want to have a separate window open right here so you can have the correct Lego colors whenever you are drawing on here. This goes the same for whenever you are drawing Lego minifigures such as Ash and Flash. You really need to go off of the original Lego color palette so you can have the correct colors. Then if you go ahead and go up and click File and then Open, you'll want to go ahead and add this UV layout that we downloaded previously, and as you can see, the color palette and 3814, the UV layout, are two separate tabs. Then you are going to want to click Layer and then Import Layer, Import Export, and Import Layer. And then once you have your image on here, you are going to want to scale the torso print to this template, and obviously you'll want to turn the opacity down so you can actually see it. And do keep in mind it is different on a variety of art softwares how you can go about this, but this is just the general way that you are going to want to do things. So now that we have the torso print all lined up, what we can do is turn the opacity up, and then we will want to bring in a new paint layer. And then we're actually going to want to turn the opacity back down a little bit just so we can see this, and from there we can find our specific colors we want to use, and we will trace around the main frame of the minifigure, just around the main frame of the torso, and around the little specific lines for the details. Since this is a simplistic torso, it won't take too long, so I'm going to do a quick time lapse. Alright, so there's a rough outline, and then I'm going to draw the details. Alright, so now that I have the basic details, I'm just going to go ahead and create another layer, and then I'm going to color around the insides, because generally whenever you color inside the outlines, you're going to have to be extremely precise and make sure you don't go over the edges, and it's just not going to look good, so you'll want to put a new paint layer right underneath this layer. And as you can see, this is how you color without going outside of the lines pretty easily. And it actually works quite well because technically you are going over the lines, but it's not a big deal, and it's just much more easier to color this way. Alright, so now that I finished this torso print, I will go ahead and take out the background as well as the minifigure behind it, and make sure I didn't miss any little details such as these right here. Just these small details can be really easy to miss, and it's just good to go back over it and correct anything just in case you missed anything. So I think that looks pretty good and is in the format under the UV layout. So then we will go ahead and click File, and we will save it as. So now that we are back to our Mecabricks Parts Manager, under the Decoration section, we will go ahead and add our file that we just saved of our drawing under the Color section, and just click this plus and add it in, and you will see it pop up under this Textures display. And there we go. As you can see, the rough outline that I originally made doesn't really matter since it doesn't get covered anyways. Just this main very light outline is what you see, and then if you scroll up, you can see the texture on the actual torso. And you can always go back to your original drawing and edit things if you would like, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's obviously pretty simplistic. That is the way it's supposed to look. And don't forget to type in the reference as well as the name, so I would just call this Han Classic Torso for the references. And these are like basically hashtags, I guess you can call them. So just call this one Han Torso, and then you'll go ahead and click create, and then click OK, and then you can even render it. So in the section where you can see your custom parts, whenever we go back into the workshop, we will actually be able to see a small icon of this torso. So as you can see, it is rendered, and that's what we'll see in our workshop. So going back to the workshop, if we go ahead and click File, Save, and we can go ahead and name it real quick, Classic Han Solo, and then save. It'll upload the data and save the model. Then once it says model saved, you can go ahead and refresh it, and there we go. As you can see, it says model opened, and what we'll go ahead and do is take out this placeholder torso that we had before, and we will go ahead and go to the search option over here and scroll all the way down to custom parts. You can't see it on the screen because it's cropped, but it is there. It does say custom parts, and from there you can find all of your custom parts, obviously. And from there, I will go ahead and search Han Torso because I believe that was one of my tags, and I can see it right here. For some reason, I accidentally cropped out the display. I can go ahead and shrink it down a little bit, but there you go. Now you can see it says Han Classic Torso, and then we will go ahead and click that, and then we'll add that torso in. And there we have our own custom minifigure torso. Now you can do the same thing with the leg pieces. So if you want to do the hips, you'll type in 3815, the right leg 3817D, the left leg 38160, the arm, it's got all its own numbers. You can change up the face prints if you would like. You can download the face prints if you would like. It's all very easy. And then finally, if you want to modify a torso print, all you have to do is click File, Export, and make sure it's as a collada.dae file. Go ahead and click Export, and then you can put this into any art software that you wish, and then you can edit your torso from there. So there's how to do that if you're interested. And of course, you can draw your own torsos if you like, and that's kind of the fun of it. You can create torsos that don't already exist in Mecabricks, and you can create torsos that are completely custom that don't even exist in real life in Lego, and of course face prints and stuff. And that's what I've done with a lot of my custom Mecabricks minifigs that you can see on my Instagram page. So now I'm going to go ahead and render this minifigure real quick just so you can see what it looks like with the custom torso print, and you can of course render with custom pieces. And there we go, there's our render. It looks pretty good. As you can see, it works if you render a custom print or piece. So there you guys have it. There is how to make custom prints inside of Mecabricks. I know a lot of you have been asking for this, and today I delivered. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you'd like to see some more Mecabricks tutorials on anything specific, leave it in the comments down below because I really enjoy making these videos and I really enjoy using Mecabricks. So please tell me in the comment section below if you are interested. So if this tutorial was in any way helpful, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye and have a great day.